Hi guys! I have an instructive game from 1923. It's between Alexander Alekhine, the fourth world chess champion, and Akiba Rubinstein. Both were legendary chess players of their era. Okay, let's kick things off. White plays the pawn to d4. Black responds with the pawn to d5. Even though Akiba Rubinstein never became world chess champion, he was one of the greatest players of the early 1900s. Kind of like Paul Morphy, a chess legend who never became world chess champion. On the board, we have the Queen's Gambit declined. Rubinstein attack. Queen goes to c2. Black continues with the pawn to a6. The idea is simple. Pawn takes on c4. After bishop takes back, Black plays the pawn to b5, then develops the bishop to b7. Pawn to a4, controlling b5. Rook to e8. Bishop to d3, getting ready to castle. Pawn takes. Bishop recaptures. Knight jumps to d5, attacking bishop twice. Alekhine responds with bishop to f4. Knight takes bishop. Pawn takes knight. Pawn to c5. Pawn takes pawn. Queen to c7, putting pressure on c5 3 times while also attacking f4. White castles. Queen takes pawn. Be careful! Knight blocks the queen's attack. Black continues by taking the pawn with the knight. Because if Black gets too aggressive, like pushing the pawn to drive the knight away, Black is losing here. Bishop takes pawn with check. After king moves, knight jumps to d6, attacking the rook. Bishop takes knight. Pawn takes bishop. After queen takes back, knight jumps to g5. Knight is heading to f7, and there's no way to stop it, threatening a fork on the king and queen. At the same time, queen is ready to take the pawn, adding even more pressure on the king side, with checkmate threats on h7. Okay, there's no pawn push to f5, because that would leave Black in a very difficult position. Instead, Black takes on c5. White continues by taking the knight. Bishop takes knight. Material is back to even. But after White responds with bishop to d3, Black starts to run into trouble. Pawn on h7 is under threat, and queen is ready to take bishop. Black continues with the pawn to b6. Of course, bishop takes pawn with check. King to h1. Bishop retreats and now attacks the rook. Rook to a7. Pawn attacks bishop. Black brings the bishop back home. Now here's the question. What happens if White takes the pawn? Go ahead and pause the video. What's your move here as White? Black is losing here. After queen takes bishop, White is up in material, and the rook is about to become dessert for the queen. And if rook takes queen, rook takes rook with check. King can't move, because h7 is covered by the bishop. Bishop has to block. Rook takes bishop. It's checkmate. No good. Okay, let's go back. No bishop takes pawn. Instead, bishop retreats to f8. Queen to c6, attacking the rook. The other rook steps in to block. White continues with pawn to g3, attacking the queen. Queen retreats to the long diagonal, protecting the pawn. Bishop also has the idea of going to b7, attacking both the queen and bishop. Knight to g5, making bishop feel comfortable. Because if bishop rushes to b7, rook falls. So Black responds with rook to d8, doubling the rooks. Then bishop goes to b7. Once again, pause the video. What's your move here as White? Okay, ready? The top move is bishop to g6. It's also the move played in the game. What's the idea behind this move? Go ahead and pause the video. It simply invites the knight to capture the pawn with support from the bishop. Rubinstein responds with queen to e5. Yep, you might be wondering, what if the pawn takes bishop? You can simply play queen to e4, attacking pawn on g6. But even more importantly, queen to h4 with check is coming. After king moves, checkmate on h7 is inevitable. Yes, that's a mate in two. So what should black play? Okay, let's take an example. For instance, the king moves to get out of the queen's attack. Go ahead and take the pawn with check. If king moves, it's checkmate in two. King goes back. Queen to h7. Mate! So, black has to sacrifice the rook. Just take it with check. White is up in material. After king to h8, rook to c4. And checkmate is coming after rook to h4. Black is in a very difficult position here. Or what if rook attacks the queen while also controlling h4? Just take the pawn. And now, how do you stop the checkmate threat on h7? Okay, let's go back to this position. Or what if pawn doesn't take bishop, and instead bishop goes to b7, attacking the queen? Just take the pawn with check. And if king moves, queen takes pawn. Look at this. The threat is knight jumping to h6 with a double check. After king to h8, queen to g8, checkmate. Black is still losing. So rook has to take the knight. Queen takes the pawn, attacking the rook. If rook moves, queen to h3, check. Then, queen to h7. Mate! Black's best move is bishop to c8, attacking the queen, while also covering h3. Just take the rook. The idea stays the same. Rook to c4, then rook to h4. Mate! Black is in a very difficult position, which means white is winning here. Let's go back to the actual game. Alekhine continues with queen to e5, attacking the knight. Knight takes the pawn with check and attacks the queen. Of course, rook takes knight. Bishop takes rook. Queen moves to attack the bishop. Where should the bishop go? Yes, bishop can retreat to e8, or queen to c7, protecting the bishop while also attacking the rook. White continues with rook to d8. The top move. Black's rook is trapped. There's no choice but to trade rooks. Then queen takes bishop. White wins the bishop back. Rook to d8 can follow, creating a dangerous threat. Black plays king to h7, breaking the pin. Queen's getting hungry. Time to grab the pawn. Queen to f3, eyeing the rook. Alekhine takes the opportunity and immediately gives check. Hey man, black has no choice but to accept the unpleasant offer. Rook takes queen. Bishop takes pawn. Rook to e3. Pawn is about to fall. King to g6. Then, on move 35, after rook takes pawn with check, while also attacking another pawn. Black resigns. White is completely dominant here. Black has almost no chance to come back. What a fascinating game from two chess legends. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it inspires your own chess games. Wishing you happiness and success. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.